What's up YouTube, it's Deanna from Windy City Vape Reviews, and today I will be doing a review of the Aspire Plato All-in-One. So here is a quick look at it. Very, very small, fits in your hand, kind of a nice stealth vape. So we're going to dive down and take a up close and personal look. Now I did pre-record the up close and personal look, so we're going to take a look at that, and we'll come back up top and I will give you my pros and cons. Alright, so we're going to take an up close and personal look at the Aspire Plato All-in-One device. This is the box that it comes in. This has the Aspire and the Plato. This is the bottom. Feel free to pause the video if you would like to read it in its entirety. They come in black, gray, white, blue, rose gold, lavender, and pink. I got the lavender. It was kind of hard for me to decide between lavender and rose gold, but there is another device coming out in rose gold that I kind of really want, so I decided to go with the lavender. And I have been so excited about this one. I believe before I even had my surgery, I started looking at it and kind of wanted it, but it was not available at the time. So I've been anxiously awaiting it. And this is the device. It is super, super tiny and cute. Looks like it fits in the hand pretty well. And then that's where your drip tip goes. So this is it. No tank to put on top or anything. So let's put that aside for a second. On the bottom layer, you have a user manual and the warranty card, and then they actually gave this little thing, Scratch and Win, in Aspire's a lottery of savings, and I have not done it yet, but maybe by the time I actually do this review, I will let you know if I won anything. So this is the user manual, and it's pretty thick. I'm not going to go through everything, but it kind of gives you all the information that you need to know, and it's in different languages. So yeah, this is pretty much just what it is right here. The rest of it is just different languages. But yeah, so let's take a look what else we get. So this comes with the extra kind of, they're not kind of like O-rings. They are for the fill holes. It has a fill and a drain hole, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. It also comes with the USB charging cable. This is to charge it, and also for firmware upgrades if they become available. They do include a battery, so this is, if I can get it out, a pretty good starter kit. This is one, you know, it has their name on there, but I'm not really sure if it's just a rewrap of somebody else's. But yeah, it's a 18650, single 18650. It comes with two drip tips. It has the little bit wider bore Delrin drip tip with a single O-ring. And then it has the metal one. This one is really hard to get out. This is more for the mouth to lung. You see the hole is a little bit smaller. Also just one. Yeah, it actually feels more like it's plastic with like a metal coating, so I'm not sure if it is metal or not, but I don't really like the metal drip tips, and I personally wouldn't like the restricted airflow. So this is the little key thing that you need to adjust the airflow and also to open it up and remove the coils, and these are the actual coils. This is the sub-ohm one. Focus. I believe this one is a 0.4, yeah, it's a 0.4, and it goes from 40 to 50 watts, and really big, nice juice flow holes. There's your airflow through the bottom. Now this does say that you can use, I think it's like the Nautilus Mini or Triton Mini coils, and there's another one too, but I'm not really sure how you can use those, because as far as I can tell, this one especially does not come apart. And the other coils are the above ohm ones, which is actually what is in here. This is the inside. This is where your battery goes, and to take it out, you just push it through from the other side. This is your glass tank, and I believe it is 10 milliliters. Let me see if I can find that info really quickly. And I'm not seeing it. I'll let you know for sure when we go back up top, but I'm almost positive this one holds 10 mils. This is your airflow adjustment on the bottom here. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it is wide open right now. And this is the above ohm coil in there, and let me get my little key, show you how you take it out. So you just turn this to take out the coil, and this part I'm not loving too much, but I mean, honestly, you're not going to have to really take out your coil that often, hopefully. Let me see if it's loose enough now. No. You know, you're hopefully not going to have to change your coil more than at least once a week, I'm hoping. Hoping for longer, but we'll see. So then the entire thing comes out, and then you can actually take your glass piece out. I'm not sure if this part comes out or not, but the glass comes out, and then this is the top. This is where you would fill it, and you basically, to fill it, would open both holes so that you get that, you know, it fills nicely. And then if you have liquid in there and you want to take it out, supposedly you're supposed to be able to open this one and drain it out, but I have not tried it yet, so I couldn't say for sure. And I don't know that I'd ever need to drain my tanks anyway. I usually just vape them until they're pretty much almost empty. I never really had a problem getting dry hits like that. So, let me, I'm actually going to be using the 0.4 ohm coil, so I'm going to put that in. And one of the reasons why I was kind of interested in the Kanker knee box, but I had heard so many reviews that it leaks like crazy and you can't adjust the airflow on that one, so that's why when this one came out I was super excited, and really wanted to check this one out. So honestly, if you're a new vapor and you want something, you're not sure if you're gonna like the sub ohm vaping, you can get this one, and you can above ohm, and then you can try the sub ohm, and if you don't like it, you can just purchase the above ohm coils, and if you do like it, it's kind of like a really nice step up. And you know, oops, sorry, the battery door slides on pretty easily, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna, well, I guess if you hold it and you shake it, it will come off, but I don't know why you'd want to hold it and shake it like that anyway. But there is where you actually can see your juice level. Again, I haven't actually tried it yet, so I don't know how well you can see it. There's their little logo, and I'm not sure how the color is coming out on camera, but it's actually very pretty in person. There's your top. And the screen is on, and this actually has the auto flip screen, which is awesome, because I do vape with both hands, so yeah, for me that's kind of nice. It does have a bypass and the regulated mode, confirm, yes, and it's set at 13 watts right now, and it's actually reading the coil at 0.54. It's your down button, it's your up button. So yeah, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's locked. And to switch back to go to, if you wanted to go, which I'm not sure why it has temp control, because they don't offer any coils for it as of yet, but maybe in the future. So you would just hit the up and down button at the same time. TC mode, nickel, titanium. No stainless steel, which is a bummer, but they do have the firmware upgradable USB port, so hopefully they come out with something, and then you can choose between Celsius and Fahrenheit, and then room temp or no. You always want to do it at room temp, so yes, confirm, yes, and now we are in temp control mode, and that changes your temp right there. Hopefully you can see that. But again, they don't have temp control coils yet, so I'm not sure why they offered it. So, but it's good if they do come out with the temp control coils, you'll be all set and ready to go. Pretty simple. Yeah, so let's take it up top, and I'll take it for a vape, and I will let you know what I think. And what I am not seeing on here are any battery venting, but you know, it does have the slit right there, so maybe, you know, it can come out right there. But that is it for the up close and personal. I'm really liking the looks. Let's see how it vapes. Alright, so that was the up close and personal look. I did forget to mention that it does have stealth mode. If you click the button 3 times, you can still use it, still fire it, but the screen does not light up. So I did forget to mention that in the up close and personal. Let's take it for a vape and see how it does. Not bad considering that this thing only goes up to 50 watts and the coil is a 0.4. It is rated up to 50 watts, but I don't really like to vape it at the high end. I have it at about 46 watts right now. So yeah, not bad. So pros. I think this is going to be a really great starter kit for anyone that wants to go from smoking to vaping but doesn't want the little Ego style batteries. This does have the single 18650 battery. It does come with one. They did send it with one, but I've been using it all day, so I had to use one of my own. And the size is just fantastic considering that this holds like 10 mils of e-liquid, and it fits in the palm of your hand with just the drip tip sticking up is just fantastic. Makes pretty decent clouds. It does come pre-installed with the I think it's a 1.8 ohm coil. I have not tried that. That is more for your mouth to lung. That's if you're a beginner and you know you don't want the big inhale and you don't want to produce a lot of vapor. You would definitely want to start with the 1.8 ohm coil. You just slide it out, take your drip tip off, and it's kind of stuck. And you have a little key that goes in there to unscrew it, which I showed you in the up close and personal. It's not as hard to do as I would have expected. Filling is actually really easy. You just open both of these little rubber stoppers. Of course, with my nails I can't get it. You open both sides and you fill from this side. You do have to kind of watch because it tends to fill on this side more than this side, and then if you tip it, it will want to come out at the bottom, so you do want to watch that. It has really large openings, so you can use either like a unicorn bottle or a needle nose, or you can actually use the squeeze top dripper bottles to fill it, and I've had no issues with that either. The battery door stays on. You know, it does seem to move pretty easy, but when I'm using it, it's in my pocket or my purse, it doesn't come off at all, so that is another plus. As you can not hear, no rattle whatsoever with this, so that's another plus. I love that, you know, I can fill it with so much e-liquid and go through most of the day without having to refill. But your battery, you know, it is only a single 18650 battery, so if you are vaping it, you know, quite often throughout the day, you are definitely going to have spare batteries with you. I typically will keep one with me at work. I don't always have to change it before I get home, but every once in a while, depending on how much I'm vaping, I will have to change it out for another one. Price, I got this from myvaporstore.com for $48.99. Honestly, for an entire kit for $48.99, it's a fantastic price. They give you the battery, they give you the little cable to do the USB charging or to do updates if they do any firmware updates. You know, they give you two different style drip tips. They give you the two coils, whether you go with the 1.8 for mouth to lung, or if you do the 0.4 for direct to lung. So you're set to go. If you're thinking of quitting smoking and you want something, but you want something that you're going to be able to step up to sub-ohm vaping, if you think that's something you're going to get into, I would highly recommend this little device. It's been fantastic. I was using my little Tesla 80 watt for work, and now this has become my all-day vape. I absolutely love this thing. Yeah, I love that the screen will automatically rotate. That is a plus for me. This also doesn't have the option to completely turn it off unless you take the battery out, but as soon as you put the battery in, it automatically comes on. But it is easy to just click it 5 times and then you're locked, so you can't fire or anything. And then unlock it 5 clicks. Now I have it in stealth mode, so it will still fire, but the screen doesn't light up, which will also help save on battery. So if you don't need to see your screen constantly, you can put it on stealth mode, and that's fantastic. The menu's super easy to navigate. It does have temp control, but as of right now, they don't have coils that are compatible that are temp control, as far as I know. There are 2 other coils from Aspire that they say are compatible with this, but I believe they're all the above ohm coils, and I'm not really sure how that works, because when you buy the coils, you get this whole entire little silver piece in here. It all comes as one piece. So I'm not sure how that works, but on the other coil, the coil is actually at the bottom. So my cons, even though it does have the little window to see your e-liquid, if you have a very clear e-liquid, like one of my DIYs, my cranberry pear is a very, very clear liquid. Sometimes it's a little hard to see. Usually I'll just pop the battery door off if I'm not 100% sure, so that is a slight con. Another con, if you are using this 0.4 coil, I'm not sure if you can see I'm getting glare from the windows. These are your juice wells. When your liquid gets down past that, you still have quite a bit in there, and if you're like me and you want to change flavors throughout the day, if you don't want to dump it out at the bottom one, what you got to do is kind of like turn it on its side and do like some of this, which isn't like a huge thing for me. A lot of times I have it in my pocket anyway, but I have had it where I've had it at home sitting upright on my nightstand, and I go to take a vape and I get kind of a dry hit. So when you are getting low, either you need to refill, or if you want to wait because you want to change flavors, you're going to have to play with it a little bit. So that is a slight con. And battery life on this. When it shows that I have about half battery life, I can tell that it's actually lower than that because of how the hit that I'm getting. So right now I have a full battery, so I'm getting a really good hit. When it starts to get lower, I take a hit, and I could tell just by, you know, the inhale that and how much vapor I produce, it's not giving me as good of a hit as it should for half battery life. And then when I take the battery out to charge it and put it on my charger, it's showing it's about 3.6 volts, which is normally what my batteries are at on any other mod when they're closer to being, you know, completely empty. So I don't think the battery life indicator, at least on the one that I have, I don't think that it's 100% correct on this. But if you see that you're getting about halfway and you feel like you're not getting a good vape, then change out your battery instead of trying to drain it. You're really not supposed to drain the batteries until they're completely dead anyway with the external 18650 batteries. So those are really my only cons with it. Other than that, I absolutely love it. It is a beautiful color. I don't know if it's coming across. It looks like it might be. It's the color. I know I'm getting a lot of glare from the windows. But yeah, I just love this thing and would recommend it to everyone and anyone. Like I said, if you're a brand new vapor and you want something that you'll be able to step up with, or you have been vaping for a while and you want to go to sub-ohm vaping but you're not sure if you're going to like it, this is also a great device because you can use the different coils. If you do try the sub-ohm and you don't care for it, you can always go back to the above ohm coils. And again, fantastic stealth vape. What can I say? They've really hit it out of the park. I really haven't had any issues with leaking. This is where your airflow is. You can close it off. Now, I don't know if this is an issue when you have the other coil and the other drip tip on it, but when I close it off a little bit, it whistles a lot. I don't know if you can hear that. It seemed to be louder before. So yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of a whistle. So if you don't want it wide open, keep that in mind. You may get some whistling. I prefer it wide open because I like to get the really big long hit. I've been using it about a week now. I only had it leak one time, and that was because my coil got flooded, and I'm not really sure how, because I had been vaping it at lunchtime, had it in my pocket, went out for my last break at work, and I could tell I just wasn't getting a really good hit. Plus my battery was kind of low, so I don't know if that had something to do with it. My coil got flooded, and I did see a little bit of liquid coming out. So I did it like you do any other tank. If you have a tank that gets flooded, just turn it upside down. On this one, you would put paper towel over the end and blow into it. If you have a tank, you would wrap it around the airflow. You know, it's usually at the bottom. You wrap it around loosely and blow into it, and you blow out all the excess. But you want to make sure you turn it upside down, because if you do it like this, you're just going to blow more liquid out of the airflow holes. So, again, from what, I've never tried the Kanger knee box, however you say it, but I did hear so many people complain about the leaking. I have not had that issue with this other than the one time. So again, only been using it a week though, so only time will tell. The replacement coils, I found them when I purchased them on my vapor store. I got them, I think they were like $3.95 a piece, so for 4 of them, right around $12, which is kind of, average for coils, for a 4-pack of coils anyway, so not too bad. No rebuildable section, but I'm fine with that. I have a lot of other rebuildable tanks and things, so sometimes it's nice just to pop a coil in and go. So that is it for this review. I'm sorry I haven't been putting up more videos this week. We had a death in the family last weekend, so this year has not been off to a good start whatsoever. Hopefully, I know I say this every time, but hopefully next week I will get on a normal schedule again. And I have a lot of new, well, this is one of the new things, but I do have 2 other new things that have just come out recently that I have to review. And I do have the part 2 of the Artisan Vapor coming up, so please stay tuned. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. And until next time, I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And keep calm and vape on.